Prisoner 1235. Grand theft. I made a lot of bad choices growing up, and I can't take them back, but that doesn't mean I can't keep a positive outlook on life and make better choices. Now this is my story. Bars on the window, rust on the lock, paint peeling sideways, clock that forgot the clock. But hey, we've got a roof and shade from the sun, built-in roommates, I'm never lonely, not one. Hey! I see a silver lining, even in stripes I shine. Every closed door's just hiding some brand new grand design. They say this place is awful, I say it's just a start, 'cause you can't cage the sunshine spilling from my heart. Breakfast is lumpy, coffee is mud, shoes full of gravel, puddles that look like floods. But free daily meals and cardio stairs, we're all getting stronger just walking everywhere. You call it doing time, I call it time to grow. You see a dead end line, I see a whole new show. I see a silver lining, even in stripes I shine. Every closed door's just hiding some brand new grand design. You say this place is awful, I say it's just a start, 'cause you can't cage the sunshine spilling from my heart. We've got walls to paint with stories, we've got walls that block the sky. We've got nights to dream up glories, we've got nights where hope runs dry. We got time to fix our choices, we got nothing but regret. We got 20 different voices, all saying this is as bad as it gets. But what if this is chapter 1 of the comeback of the year? What if this is just the end, kid, and the ending's written here? I see a silver lining, even in stripes I shine. Every closed door's just hiding some wild redemption line. We see a leaking ceiling, cold concrete, steel and stone. But even in this feeling, I know we're not alone. I see a silver lining, we just see bars and gloom. Right here our stars are rising, we're stuck in this gray room. Still in this place together, we'll find a way to start, 'cause you can't cage the sunshine spilling from one fool heart. Yeah, from this fool heart. Ooh. First step out, boot meets gravel, gate slams shut, my past unravels. Bag on my back, paper in my hand, name on a line, but no plan. Wind feels loud on my bare skin, too much space, where do I begin? Concrete ghosts still call me home, out here the sky feels overgrown. How do you walk when the road's this wide? How do you talk with no guards outside? free. Bus stop, bench, paint cracked, fading. People pass, eyes all racing, their voices blur, a crowded stream. I used to count the bars in my dreams. Coffee shop glass mirrors my face, lines I earned in a locked up place. Keys used to turn just to let me sleep. Now every door looks 10 miles deep. How do you walk when the road's this wide? How do you talk with no guards outside? I serve my time, now time serves me, but I don't know how. I don't know how to be free. Will I always be that number on a folded form? Can I ever be another story being born? If I take one step past this old regret, can I learn to live a life I haven't met? How do you walk when the road's this wide? How do you dream when you used to hide? I serve my time, now time serves me, and maybe I'll learn how to be free. Here's something strange under my doubt, little beat trying to get out. Feet start to tap to a brand new sound. Hey, what's that sound? What's that sound? Stone walls, tall walls, 4 cracks of sky. Counted every echo, let the days drift by.
Guard said, nothing changes.
I changed my point of view, found a little sunlight in everything it shined onto. Chalk hearts on the concrete, stories on my cell room door. If a broom can dance, then maybe I can do much more.
Curtains for the first time, rising on a world so wide.
Every color, every corner feels like hope inside. I used to dream in shadows, now the spotlight finds my eyes. Oh, the world's a stage and I'm stepping into life. Gate swings, key sings, cold air, bright day. Feet on cobblestones, don't know the way.
Follow laughing children
Through a door of velvet red, gold masks, tall masks, magic overhead. Dust dancing in daylight, seats waiting in a row. If a hush can sparkle, what else can this place show?
Curtains for the first time, rising on a world so wide.
Every color, every corner feels like hope inside. I used to dream in shadows, now the spotlight finds my eyes. Oh, the world's a stage and I'm stepping into life. Once I only saw 4 walls, now I see a painted sky. Heroes flying from the rafters. I'm stepping into life. Hey!
I know you, you're that young guy who got sent to prison for stealing!
In our tidy little troop, everything is neat, exact. Costumes pressed and morals pure.
Order in each scene and act. Then he walked in from the shadows with that charming crooked smile.
Said he did a stretch for something.
We don't talk about that file. Once a cell door clanging shut echoed where his heart should be. Now he wants a feathered hat and a solo in Act 3.
Paint on curtains, paint on past.
Can a brush just make it fade?
Can a boy who broke the rules stand upon our shining stage? He's got fingerprints all over his story,
Ink that doesn't wash away.
we sell wonder,
We sell glory.
he sold out his yesterdays. Spotlight on a walking warning.
Is this really worth the risk?
Keep the curtain, keep the chorus, lose the former outlaw from the list.
I was younger than my temper, I was smaller than my pride. Thought that taking what I wanted was the only way to survive.
Steal for sunrise, bars for blankets.
I learned bedtime from the lock.
Every echo of my footsteps
Was a question from the dark.
So I carved lines in my memory. Every monologue I heard traded anger for a whisper, then a whisper for a word.
If I can't rewrite my record, let me rewrite how I stand.
If you won't take my history, at least take my open hands. He's got fingerprints all over his story,
Ink that doesn't wash away.
we sell wonder,
We sell glory.
he sold out his yesterdays. Spotlight on a walking warning.
Is this really worth the risk?
Keep the curtain, keep the chorus, lose the former outlaw from the list. Once a thief, always thief. That's the line, that's the belief.
Once a cell doesn't mean I'm a chain you have to keep.
What if crowds start asking questions?
What if rumors start to spread?
What if all they see is someone
Who walked out and chose to mend?
What if temptations return?
Props go missing in the wings.
Oh,
Then I'll be the one who finds them. I can guard the fragile things. What if trust is just a costume? What if sorry is an act? Then I'll wear the same confession
when the lights go down in black. You see fingerprints all over my story.
but I see space for something new.
You sell wonder,
You sell glory.
let me wonder here with you. If you fear that I'll fall backward,
Watch me hit my mark instead.
let the script say once was broken, but the scene show growth instead. You can cast me as the menace, cast me as the comic fool, cast me silent in the background, sweeping glitter after school. If you mean the words you're singing,
About mercy, hope, and light, then extend them past the footlights to the boy who got it wrong.
now right, turn the gossip into grace now.
Paint redemption in each frame.
Let a former cell block shadow take a bow and keep his name. Spotlight
On my second chance, hear the audience exhale
when the villain takes his curtain as the hero of his tale. In this theater, in this story,
thinks I can sorta roar. Watch me spin, whoa, there goes the floor. Face first, I slide right out the door. Ow! Ow! Auditions, auditions, dreamers in the line. Some a little wobbly, some think they're divine. Auditions, auditions, reaching for the sky. Only one will get that golden. You're our guy. I brought my cat, she'll juggle for you. Come on, Mittens. We practiced once or never, that's true. She scratched my nose, now I sing off key. La 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 la, ow! My dignity. I will perform a very long sigh. It's modern art, it might make you cry. Is this a play or a nap in disguise? I forgot my lines. Surprise! Auditions, auditions. Everybody tries. Everybody tripping on their entrances. Reading the stage directions. Cries! Auditions, auditions. Hearts that hope and shake. Every hope and shake. Every little stumble, still a chance to wake. I used to count my days by walls, 4 small corners, echo halls. Now I count the chances I can take. Every door looks like a lucky break. I patch my hope from scraps and seams, turned old chains into new dreams. If I fall, I'll just bow and grin. Every oops could be where I begin. Hey, hey! Auditions, auditions. I've stood in worse lines, trading gray and heavy locks for painted suns and cardboard signs. Auditions, auditions. I lost, but then I learned. Every time they slammed a gate, another lantern burned. So if I crack a note, I'll laugh. If I miss my mark, I'll dance. 'Cause the darkest story I ever had led me to this chance. I see a light in every sorry, find a joke in every scar. If you're searching for a smile, I know exactly who you are. It's me! Auditions, auditions. Look how far we came! Look how far we came! From a room that locked him in to a room that knows his name. Auditions, auditions. Listen when we cheer. We choose you all together, loud and clear. From the shadows to the show, watch the curtains rise. I see the good in every step, and now it's in your eyes. As the crowd begins to roar, I'm home on this bright stage floor. I'm home on this bright stage floor. Look at these velvet seats, all this dust, all this heart. Posters fading in the hallway, calling it art. But I see glitter in tables, I see diamonds, I see deals. Not a program in the building, only spinning wheels. You call it culture, I call it waste. This little palace is begging to be replaced. The house will fall, and my house will rise. Watch your curtain close before your very eyes. Every row of chairs, every painted wall, I'll stack them into towers till I own it all. The house will fall. Oh, the house will fall. You cling to your crumbling stories, to your songs and tattered scripts, while fortunes wait in the shadows on a winner's always lives. Imagine chandeliers of crystal over gowns in crimson red. Every dream in this old playhouse bought and sold instead. You call it sacred, I call it ripe. Sign your name along the dotted, I'll fix your type. The house will fall and my house will rise. Oh, your little ghosts can watch from the flies. Every golden plaque, every backstage hall, I'll trade them in for glory when I take it all. The house will fall, so let it fall. You think the balcony is heaven? I can build you 7 more, but they'll be mine by design, not this creaking, squeaking floor. So take your bow's last curtain call, smile big for the final show, because the next act stars a king, and he runs the whole row. The house will fall and my house will rise. Hear the future ringing in your lullabies. Every whispered wish, every painted stall, I'll sweep them in my ledger as your empires crawl. The house will fall and I'll stand tall. The house will
There's a sign on the door. There's a sign on the door. What does it say? What does it say?
Big red letters hanging over our heads. Pending sale. Are we dead? Okay, plot twist, brand new act. We've been broke for years, now the plot fights back. You call it doom, I call it doorway. This is our cue to rewrite the story. Rewrite the story. We can't pay the rent,
We can't pay the light man.
where did the cash go?
It went where the night went.
I've seen iron bars, I've seen gray ceilings. Trust me, my friends, I know bad feelings. This just a sign on a crooked nail. We can turn pending loss
Into pending sale. What if they close us? What if they gut us? What if they turn this place into shh? What if they see us? What if they love us?
What if they stay for Act 2?
Pending sale.
We're on the marquee.
It's a plot twist, baby, not a tragedy.
If the wall starts shaking,
We'll just sing louder. Pending sale.
we're the final bid.
From the back row dreamer to the terrified kid.
When the floor drops out, we'll land on each other.
Pending sale.
We're sold to one another. My chest is tight, hands are shaking. I taste metal like the building's breaking. My thoughts all sprint in 100 directions. Seats, receipts, eviction inspections. Breathe in 4, out for 8. Count your ribs, regulate. Grab a prop, grab a friend. Feel the boards under your feet again. But I can't feel my fingers. I can't feel my toes.
Is this what exploding from the inside shows?
Hey, I felt that locked in a cell, watching one small clock tick me through hell. If I found hope in a 6x8, we can find joy in a sell-by date.
What if they tear down?
All of the curtains.
What if this heartbeat stops being certain?
What if they walk in right in the middle? See our fear, hear our fiddle.
There is no fiddle.
We'll pretend there is one.
That's what actors do.
We fill in the blanks with a brighter view.
Pending sale. We're on the marquee. It's a plot twist, baby, not a tragedy.
If the walls start shaking,
We'll just sing louder. Pending sale.
we're the final bid.
From the
pass us like old stage wear. Or they'll open that door, hear us mid-song, see scared hearts still singing strong, feel this quake in the balcony rails, and say these folks deserve their fairy tales. But my heart beats fast like it's gonna blow, like the whole room shrinks, like there's nowhere to go, like the air gets thick like a runaway train. Then we ride that rush like a wild refrain. Hold my hand, stage left, stage right, let the fear hit hard, let it peak, ignite.
Kid, this isn't for you. You're just a criminal, that's all you'll ever be. How about this? I give you a piece of the money, and you give up this saving the theater business. To wake at 6 a.m. to coffee burnt and broken plans. Those concrete walls and rusty springs still somehow heard me try to sing. I laughed a lot back in those days, made jokes to keep the dark away. Everybody knew my name like I was sunlight in that place. My mama warned me, choose your crowd, but I loved being wanted loud. I let the wrong voices decide what kind of man I'd be inside. They told me it's easy money, rich men never miss a thing. And I laughed along to hide my doubt before I heard those sirens ring. Back then I saw sunlight through the bars, and somehow still believed, yeah, I stole a rich man's car, trying to be what they all needed me to be. Grand theft sat beside my name, like one mistake was all of me. But those walls never changed the truth of who I wanted to be. I wasn't bitter, wasn't broken, even after what I lost. Funny how my worst decision showed me what my soul was not. The man I stole from on the hills, marble floors and dollar bills, probably never knew my face till they flashed it on the evening news that day. For a while I blamed my friends, said they pushed and I just bent, but nobody forced my hand when I crossed that line with them. I swept those prison halls for years, thinking through my biggest fears, wondering why I needed strangers to tell me I belong somewhere. Funny how a locked up life finally made me free. I learned saying no was harder than outrunning police. Back then I saw sunlight through the bars and a future in my chest, though I wore somebody else's dream till it nearly stole the rest of me. Grand theft stained the paperwork, but never touched my heart, because a man becomes a prisoner long before the handcuffs start. I wasn't angry at the world, though the world got rough on me. Sometimes rock bottom revealed who I really wanted to be. So if you ever feel the pressure to become what others choose, don't trade your better judgment just because you fear being refused. I learned freedom wasn't highways or running wild at night. Freedom was finally choosing how to live my own life. And now when sunlight hits these bars, I remember who I was, a boy who chased approval till he nearly came undone. But that cell became the place where I finally saw things clear, and losing all my freedom taught me why my voice should matter here. No, I never left that prison as the man who entered in, because the boy who lived for everyone finally learned to live for himself instead. Those mornings came and went, like songs fading with the dawn. But hope stayed sitting beside me long after the chains were gone. I'm not giving in no matter what you say. I'm gonna save this theater. Just you wait. Used to count bricks on my bedroom wall, striped pajamas, same old hall. Now I count seats in the mezzanine, broken marquee, but it still feels clean. Got a key to the stage, not a cell this time. Ink on my hands, dancing in my mind. Every rhyme I write feels 10 feet tall, till the words trip over and drop the ball. Whoops! This is my curtain call for a comeback. My big tap dancing heart attack. Gonna save this creaky palace with a tune. If I can find a verse that actually scans and a note my voice can stand, we'll keep these dusty dream lights burning soon. Yeah! This old stage is my home, and I won't let it face the dark alone. Tried a love song, everybody cried, including me. Tried a chase scene, nobody died. Wrote a villain monologue 10 pages long. Even the villain said, that's too much song. Okay! I juggled jokes, then I dropped the plot. Trip on a lyric, forget what I forgot. But the ghost in row G keeps humming along like, kid, you're close, just finish the song. This is my curtain call for a comeback. My big tap dancing heart attack. Gonna save this creaky palace with a tune. If I can find a rhyme for probation that won't confuse the matinee vacation, we'll keep these dusty dream lights burning soon. Yeah! This old stage is my home, and I won't let it face the dark alone. I did my time, now I'm stealing scenes, swapping bars for balcony seats. If hope can hit a high C, maybe hope can hit for me. Come on, voice! So I sharpen my pencil, dull my fear. Hear the chorus I need, getting near. Every flop, every draft, every this is bad is the best wrong turn I ever had. This is my curtain call for a comeback. Our big tap dancing heart attack. We'll save this creaky palace with a tune. Hear the balcony and box seats cheering, every aisle and exit hearing. One stubborn song rewriting every wound. Yeah! This old stage is my home, and I won't let it face the dark alone. So if the roof leaks on Act 2, we'll just call it rain, make it part of the view. Cause when the music finally finds its way through, this broken down theater gets a second chance to ta-da-da-da-da-da. Step inside, dust and dreams, red seats creak and the rafters breathe. One more show, one more chance. Shadows rise as the curtains dance. I've dug holes for a living in the cold and the rain. Packed the earth over strangers, learn the names, learn the dates, learn the pain. But down in the dirt, I was sketching little castles in the clay. Every shovel full of silence whispered, kid, you're gonna get away. I know the dark like the back of my hand, but I still keep a spark in a coffee can.
say,
ready or not, you're my ghostlight.
I've worn chains, I've worn numbers, I've worn worry on my face. Heard the keys in the hallway, thought my life was a locked up place.
But even then I was humming
Every time the lights went low,
turning footsteps into drum beats,
metal doors into a show.
I know the dark,
But it taught me to see
every crack, every scar.
is a spotlight on me.
If you're broke, if you're bent, you can still shine strange. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel it change? Ghostlight burning on an empty stage, tiny sun in a painted cage. Stay bright
When the room goes black, you're the promise that the story comes back. Oh,
ghostlight shiver in the velvet gloom, little lantern in a haunted room. Hold tight
to the glow you've got. When the world says stop, you say,
ready or not, you're my ghostlight. Names on stone, bones and dust. Who's gonna tell our tales for us? I will, on the hill,
to the pit, to the balcony rail.
I will,
turn every quiet into something that's hell.
can you see him?
Boots full of mud, heart full of stars in a field of blood.
Digging down to climb up,
Hear that sound?
that's the ground.
Saying, kid, look
Burning on an empty stage, tiny sun in a painted cage. Stay bright
When the room goes black, you're the promise that the story comes back. Oh,
ghostlight shiver in the velvet gloom, little lantern in a haunted room. Hold tight
to the glow you've got. When the world says stop,
you say this is the spot
where the dead dreams talk and the lost ones flock
and the lock's unlocked. Stay. One small flame on a shaky night. If you can't find heaven, then you make it in the light. Raise the curtain, stop the show.
Ghost lights burning on below.
Hey, 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 hey.
Used to count the cracks on a cold gray wall. Now I'm painting backdrops 10 feet tall. Every second chance got a place on stage. Every no I heard turned into a page. They said you're done, I said not yet. Took every promise no one had kept. Built a world from all the wrong place, wrong time, till the spotlight found this messy heart of mine.
This isn't luck,
This is living,
this isn't chance.
this is choice.
I took the worst of my story
And gave it a voice.
They call it risk, I call it reason, I call it hope.
In costume scenes, this isn't luck, this is living.
This is the place that saved my dreams.
You saw a prime location,
I saw hollow seats,
I heard all the ghosts
tap their tired feet.
So I wrote their endings
Brighter than before,
and the line for tickets.
wrapped around the door.
You see a jackpot,
I see a home,
you see the numbers,
I see the soul.
every broken heart in the balcony,
Singing every crooked part of me. This isn't luck,
this is living,
this isn't chance.
this is choice.
I took the worst of my story
And gave it a
voice. They call it risk,
I call it reason,
I call it hope.
in costume scenes. This isn't luck, this is living.
This is the place that saved
businessman. Overbuilding, let's talk numbers. Kid, you rolled the dice, kid, you got one good roll. Crowds came running, that's out of your control. One wrong note and the seats go bare. That's not faith,
That's just hot air.
I learned the odds in a metal bed. Days like cards all stacked with dread. If I believed what the warden said, I'd still be living in my head. It's a gamble,
Just a gamble.
it's a plan that I believe. Just a fluke and
Just a fluke. And
years of work you never see. Luck is fickle.
luck is fickle.
People change when they are seen. You call it luck, I call it profit margin. Shiny towers,
Second chances.
blooming flowers,
Kids in costumes.
finding power,
Tables, tokens.
midnight hours,
Curtain rising. Stories ours. This isn't luck. This is living. This is a chance. This is choice.
I took the worst of my story and gave it a voice.
You hit the streak.
The numbers glow, but tides can turn. You never know. You call it risk, I call it reason. I call it hope in costume seams. This isn't luck,
This is living. This is the place.
that saved my dreams.
Your chips and your shiny schemes.
Why walk away from all that green?
I've already hit the jackpot.
Curtain call and a standing scene.
This isn't luck.
This is living. This little stage is everything to me.
Extra, extra. Stop the presses. Every headline loses guesses. First night frenzy on a Friday. Marquee magic down on Main. Crowds wrapped round the corner, waiting. In the drizzle, they remain. Local legend writes a story from the cell to center stage. Now the city can't stop talking. Every paper, every page. We were told this place was closing. Card tables in every row. Now it's sold out seats and roses, and a brand new kind of show. Breaking news, Ghostlight's got the town in conversation. Breaking news, standing cheers, a 5-star ovation. From the back row tears to the front row grins, every heart walks out with a light switched on within. Breaking news, hope just made the front page too. Critics crowding by the code rack,
Mics and cameras.
racing cameras, rolling tape. As unlikely as its author, yet it lands, it lifts, escapes. They quote lines about forgiveness, circle phrases, underline, laugh out loud, and then it blindsides with a truth that feels like shine. We were braced for one last curtain, dust and silence in the hall. Now the ushers hum the soundtrack as they tear the tickets tall. Hey! Breaking news, Ghostlight's got the town in conversation. Oh, breaking news, standing cheers, a 5-star ovation. From the back row tears to the front row grins, every heart walks out with a light switched on within. Breaking news, hope just made the front page too.
Once in a lifetime,
Hard to resist,
funny and fearless.
don't even list all the ways it shouldn't work, yet still it somehow does. Call it haunted happiness, call it what it was. on someone no one knew. Now the house is full and buzzing, 'cause his wildest dream came true. Breaking news, Ghostlight's got the town in celebration. Breaking news, every seat a standing declaration. From the balcony to the orchestra, all the headlines read, second chances conquer all. Breaking news, Hope just wrote the front page too. Cameras flash, spotlights bloom. He steps out, they clear the room. One last banner, simple, bright. Welcome home, dear Ghostlight.
2 years gone since a curtain and a second chance. Back then I walked on, shaking in this thrift store dance. Now my name's on a door on that avenue, but it still feels small town when I think of you. We painted hope on crumbling walls, shared one mic in a freezing hall. I used to count the locks and bars, now I'm counting stars. Look at us now, look how we've grown, from a broken stage to a shining home. All of our scars turned into a plan. We meet every year and we still sing about where it all began, where it all began. Where it all began. Kids from our block wrote their names in cardboard lights. They trade old chalk for ticket lines on Friday nights. This city once whispered, you won't belong. Now dreamers buy maps just to find our songs. Back row kids built paper crowns, now they headline sold out towns. I used to wear a numbered name, now they chant my play. Look at us now, look how we've grown, from a broken stage to a shining home. All of our scars turned into a plan. We meet every year and we still sing about where it all began, where it all began. Oh, where it all began. I remember iron doors, echoes on a concrete floor. Said I'd never see the sky in color again. Now there's velvet seats and laughing crowds, posters hanging 10 feet tall, and I see my younger self in every friend. To the girl who found her voice in a borrowed dress, you did it. To the boy who shook so hard on his first duet, you're in it. To the kids who stayed late, sweeping up the stage, you turned every tear into a brand new page. Look at us now, look how we grow. Sing it! From a broken stage to a shining home. All of our scars turned into a plan. We meet every year and we still sing about where it all began. Look at us now, look at this life. Every wrong turn somehow turned right. We take our seats, then we all stand. We raise our hearts and we still sing about where it all began. One more time, where
try to cage the sunshine spilling from one